As we discussed earlier, these specs shall be provided by the contractor before starting the civil work. The drilling location length and width, the campsite length and width, the road width, the cellar depth, length and width, mud beds, number, depth, length and width, water and flare beds, number, depth, length and width, the sewage system, depth, length and width. Once the well is staked, the location preparation process can start right away. The location preparation process can be divided into 4 main steps. Site preparation, which is divided into leveling, excavation, trenching, and filling, conductor hole, rat hole, and mouse hole drilling, road preparation, and finally transporting equipment to location. We are going to discuss each of them in the next lectures, but I'm going to skip forward now to talk about how the layout discussed in the previous lecture being spotted on location. This is a well stake. We have just only one point, which is point 0, 0. I'm going to discuss the most simple and easy way of spotting a location, which nearly requires no special tools. The first thing we need to do is to mark XY axis on location. And the easiest way to do so is to measure 3 feet from the wooden or steel bar and drive another steel bar. We will do the same thing from the other direction. Meanwhile, looking from this point and move the bar till you only see one bar, so they are on a straight line. Now we finished the first axis. For the second axis, we will use the 3, 4, 5 right angle triangle method. Bring a meter and take 12 feet. Hold both ends from this point. Now move the meter till you have 7 feet reading on it, which is a sum of 3 feet plus 4 feet. This makes a right angle. Drive a steel bar here. Again, look from this direction and drive another bar 4 feet away from the center point. After finishing, we will have our axis, from which we can spot any point relative to it. In this lecture, we will spot the main layouts of the rig. This is an example of a cellar dimensions. This is the cellar hole. These are trenches or drainage system used to direct the contaminated water to the waste bed. This is a concrete block used to support the loads of the rig. I'm going to start with the cellar. This is 6 feet length and 6 feet width cellar hole. We are going to divide these dimensions by 2. From this point, measure 3 feet along the first axis in this direction and drive a steel bar. Measure 3 feet from here along the second axis and drive a steel bar. What we need to do is to complete the rectangle. We can easily calculate the rectangle circumference by adding 3 plus 3 and multiplying by 2. This will give you 12 feet. Bring a meter and take out 12 feet. Hold meter both ends at this point and drag it to this point. You should read 3 feet on the meter. Go to the next point. You should read 6 feet on the meter. Move the meter till you can read 9 feet, which is the sum of 3 plus 3 plus 3. Then drive a steel bar. We finished the first rectangle. Repeat the process 3 more times to complete the cellar area. Well, we should have increased the dimensions of the cellar to accommodate for the cemented area. We can use the same method to complete the subbase area. Now we are going to spot the mud system. In most cases, mud system doesn't require a concrete slab for supporting its load. But we will need a concrete slab for the mud pumps to hold them in place and mitigate pumps vibrations. In order to spot the mud system in place, we should spot the location of the flow line, as the flow line is what connects between the mud system and the subbase. The flow line length and slope are critical when talking about spotting the mud system. The flow line should have enough slope to prevent plugging and overflow from the bell nipple. And of course, the distance between the subbase and the mud system shouldn't be longer than its length. In our example here, we have 33 feet distance from the center point to the shaker tank. I'm going to measure 33 feet from this point. Don't forget, you should make sure the new point is on y-axis. Then drive a bar here. The flow line divides the system into two parts. The first one is before the shaker tank, in which you can find part of shaker tank and trip tank. The length of this part is indicated on the diagram. In our example here is just 23 feet. So measure 23 feet on the x-axis and make sure you are on a straight line, then measure 33 feet again by using the rectangle method. Now we mark the beginning of the mast system. The second part of the mast system includes part of shaker tank and the rest of the mast system. The length of this part is 210 feet. So we are going to measure 210 feet from the center point on x-axis. Then measure 33 feet to mark the end of the mast system. We should make sure this point is on the same line with the previous 2 points by looking from here and keep moving it till we can see only one bar. The tanks have a constant width, which equals to 8 feet, and at least 8 feet safe distance from the waste bit should be available. So we will add to the 33 feet measured before another 8 feet to mark the mast system and another 8 feet to mark the waste bit. It's your turn now to spot the remaining equipment. You can use the methods we discussed in this lecture to spot the whole location. Give it a shot and share with us your results. This is all for now. See you in the next lecture.